All right, had some technical difficulties, but let's go back to our dichotomous key. So for my dichotomous key, the first thing that I want to do is I want to add a very specific question, a yes or no question. So my first question that I'm going to add is the substance a polar molecule? By having that question, I can only answer yes or no. So I'm going to make all my yeses in one direction, and then I'm going to put all my no's in the other direction. Now, is the substance a polar molecule? If I were to answer no, right away, I have a dispersion force. Dispersion forces only work with non-polar molecules. So this was an easy way for me to distinguish a dispersion force from the other three intermolecular forces. Now, since I have three more intermolecular forces that I have to kind of distinguish or differentiate, I need to ask another question. So my next question, I'm going to write down, is the polar molecule dissolving an ionic salt? Now, when I answer yes to this question, I am able to distinguish that I have now a molecule-ion attraction. Molecule-ion attractions only deal with a polar liquid, like water, and an ionic salt. Now, unfortunately, when I answer no, I'm left with two more intermolecular forces. And because I have two more, I still have to add one more question here to help me distinguish between the two. So the question I'm going to write down for myself is, does the polar molecule have hydrogen directly attached to fluorine, nitrogen, or oxygen? This question is a really good question because when I answer yes, I have hydrogen directly attached to a fluorine, or I have hydrogen directly attached to nitrogen, or I have hydrogen directly attached to oxygen, then I know right away I have a hydrogen bond. That's what defines a hydrogen bond, to have one of those highly electronegative elements directly attached to a hydrogen. And then finally, when I answer no to this question, then my only possible intermolecular force that I can deal with happens to be dipole-dipole interactions. Dipole-dipole interactions deal with polar molecules, but not something so specific with hydrogen attached to one of these three electronegative elements. All right, I hope you find this helpful. Apply some of these helpful hints to your questions, and that's it for now.